early, but my name is Ms. Lavelle Thornton, and I serve as the program coordinator for the A.U.R.I.S.E program. And the A.U.R.I.S.E program is basically, it's like a drug prevention program, but we have expanded it to include more physical and mental health and wellness types of activities. And we are collaborating with departments across the university, including with Dr. Ray's office, counseling services. Dr. Ray, will you raise your hand so everybody know who you are? And one of the goals, of course, for the university is retention. You know, we want students to have a positive college experience. And as freshmen, you know, you're coming into what? A new state, a new city, new professors, new roommates, you know, new professors. So it's a lot to kind of manage and juggle. So today, we're just going to have a conversation. It's very informal. We just want to help you connect and engage with each other and just, you know, have a conversation, if you will. But before we get started, we don't want any strangers in the room. So we would like for each of you to state your name and where you're from, if you don't mind, real quick.
I'm Madison Mack. I'm from Atlanta.
Madison Mack from Atlanta. Okay.
I'm Andrea. I'm from Greenwood.
Andrea from Greenwood. All right, welcome.
I'm Jamari. I'm from Greenwood as well.
Say that.
Jamari, and I'm from Greenwood as well.
Jamari from Greenwood as well. And did I mispronounce her name? What was
Andrea.
Andrea from Greenwood. Okay. And what about you?
My name is Rashaya Hunter and I'm from Spartanburg.
How you spell that first name?
R-A-S-H-I-A.
Okay,
Rashaya.
Rashaya. Got it.
Yes, ma'am. Hunter.
All right, welcome.
Good morning, my name is Jamal Simmons, and I am from Bowman, South Carolina.
And Jerome, you don't get off the hook.
My name is Jerome Bowers, and I'm from Columbia, South Carolina.
And what do you do here?
I am the Director of Audiovisual Services and Media Production for Allen University.
Okay.
Also, Allenite AU alumni.
All righty now. Born and bred, all righty. And now, me, Dr. Ray.
I'm Dr. Ray, Director of Office of Counseling Services from the beautiful city of Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Spartanburg, South Carolina, and another HBCU alum, right?
Yes, NC State University alum.
All right, bulldog. Well, I'm a bulldog of another kind. I'm Lavelle Thornton again. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina, but I attended the University of Georgia, so we were bulldogs. And I'm going to turn it over to our panel to introduce themselves.
Hello everyone, my name is John H. Wright Jr. I was born in the low country part of South Carolina, and I'm happy to be here today.
Good morning, everyone. I am Kanye J. Richards, and I am from Spartanburg, South Carolina, and I also serve as the SGA president here.
Yes, our newly elected SGA president. Let's give them a hand, y'all, for just being here, showing up. Woo! All right, well, like I said, this is just going to be a conversation, and we're going to go ahead and get started because we know that this first, month and a half really has been a lot going on. We've had a few hiccups along the way, but that's life. You know, we keep it moving, and we make lemonade out of lemons. So what I would like to open it up with, we just don't want to talk at you. We want to talk with you. And so I'm going to go round robin and just ask each of you, and just briefly, you don't have to go into a lot of detail, just share one challenge that you have had or are still experiencing with your first few months here at Allen University. And this is no right or wrong answers. Everything we say is just for conversational purpose only. And then whatever we can do to help you with that transition or issue, we'll do our best to do that. So Madison, we're going to start with you. What can you name like one challenge that you had or that you're having here at Allen with getting adjusted?
Maybe it was using my Allen at first, but I think I figured it out.
Okay, using your My Allen, yes. Have you got your laptop yet?
I got it.
Okay, you got a yeah, that helps. So that was a hiccup, not the laptops being a little late, but we made it through, and so now you got what you need. Okay, what about you?
My mental.
Pardon?
My mental.
My mental? Okay, yes, because there's a lot going on. I mean, think about it. You're at home in this cocoon with your mama, your parents, your granny, your friends, and then now you're in this new place and you've got to figure out, okay, where do I fit in? So, yes, mental health matters just like physical health. And then when you put the news in it, all this crazy news cycle, all this craziness going on in the world, it's a lot. You got to process that and manage yourself. So thank you for that very open, honest response. What about you?
I could say probably having early morning practices and then being a student right after.
Yes, so you're an athlete?
Yes, ma'am.
Which sport?
I run track.
Track, okay. Yes, we've heard that quite a bit with the early morning practices. When y'all were in high school, what time were your practices? Were they after school?
After school, yeah, around 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So yes, that's culture shock. Because I'm not the morning person either, so
They
you.
didn't start this early. They wouldn't start till like next year.
Oh, okay. Wow, okay. So that's an adjustment, right? Getting into a routine, getting into a schedule. Yes, yes, yes. All right, what about you, ma'am?
So far, these past few weeks, I've been struggling with balancing my classes and band. Cause we practice for like 5 hours of band, and then right after band, it's like already 11 o'clock. So that means I just gotta I can't do nothing. It's like no free time for me.
Wow.
Balancing classes and band.
Balancing class and band. And probably, what's left in your social life.
Yeah, what's
What's left, exactly. Okay, what about you, Jamal?
I say freshman year when my anxiety was real bad, especially coming from like a little town
Mm-hmm.
where everybody family members were like we all like cousins, everybody related. So coming to Allen, I was like, I'm being in the room. Yeah, that's it.
Kind of being shy or isolated because you didn't know quite how to interact socially. Not that you didn't really know, but just being comfortable
Yeah.
with new people. All right. Kanye, anything you can remember from your freshman days as far as being able to balance all?
From my freshman year, it was a little different for me due to me coming to college at 16. So starting at Commerce College to get my associate's degree to now here at Allen, it was a whole lot. It was a whole different turn. Going to Commerce College, which is in my hometown, so I'm able to go home when I'm ready and whenever I felt like going home. So to actually have to come here to Allen, it was a different transition to be an hour and a half away from home versus 10 minutes away from home.
Yeah, it was the same with me. It's funny because I was a year younger than Kanye when I came to Allen University. So coming from the low country at the age of 15, it was, the challenge was really not to get to know people, but the challenge was just finding my way through Allen University. But I can explain to you all, once I found my way through Allen, that was no longer a challenge.
All right. So, I think some key takeaways. Okay, we've all acknowledged that change can be hard and that it takes time. We're not just going to be instantly able to just fit in and be all happy and, know everybody. So it's a process. So what tip would you give them to help them feel more at home or to help them make that adjustment? What one tip would you share?
For me, the one tip would be to just think outside the box. Think about all of the connections that you can make. Think about if you sit in your room, who are you going to know from your room? Versus you coming outside your doors, your room doors, and out your dorm doors, and all of the faces that you will see. You never know, the people that you're walking beside may be the next CEOs of major companies, may be the next boss of the biggest building and things like that in the city. So even if you do not want to stay in Columbia, the connects are still there. Some people that come to the school are from Michigan, West Virginia, they're far away, and you never know. Okay, I may end up in West Virginia one day, and I met Jamal, who is going back to West Virginia, who's the CEO of this company. He may be my resource. So meet new people.
Absolutely. So my little advice would be to get out those challenges, be your authentic self. All right? Be who you are. Understand that Allen is an investment for your life. All right? It's an investment. If you look at the university as an investment, then you'll realize that this actually is your home. So when you are here on campus, understand this is your home. As Brother President said, Brother Kanye said, get out the room, get to meet new people, always speak to everyone. When I was on campus at Allen, I have a few classmates that work in the Office of Enrollment with me as well. They can contest to this. I spoke to everyone. It didn't matter if I didn't know you, I didn't meet you for the first time, whatever the case may be. When I came out of my residential hall, I spoke to everyone from there to class to the cafeteria. I tried to shake hands. I wanted to get to know who you are because we are the hive. Everybody are the hive, but you also the honey of the hive. And honey attract what? Bees. All right? So that's what it is. You have to understand the more people you get to know, the more your honey is going to start flavoring and the more people are going to gravitate towards you. And then you can truly find out the folks that, as Kanye was mentioning, those connections that you make. There are still folks till this day that became lifelong friends of mine just by being at Allen University. And I'm not going to jump ahead because I know we got more questions coming in, but I promise you, if you look at the university as an investment of your life, and this is your home, you make Allen University the Allen University that you want it to be. All right? Not the Allen University that it was when I was here or when Kanye first got here, but make it the Allen University that you want to be. I promise you, you're going to see nothing but positive results coming out.
All right. That's a great answer and a lot of good sharing in there. Some takeaways is get out the room, get off your phone, interact, meet people. And as Brother Wright said, some of my best friends to this day are the ones that I had in college because you have that unique shared experience. And so your family, basically for 4 years, not everybody that's riding with you is going to be riding for you, but pick your circle wisely. And all of you that's in like band and sports and so forth, you have that extra connection with the sport. So connect with your professors, connect with your coaches, connect with campus resources so you don't feel alone. My niece is at Winthrop and, she was like so shy and I'm like, Naya, when you were in high school, you were the life of the party, just, involved in everything. And then when she got to Winthrop, it was like she was just in a shell. So it took a while for her to come out of that. But that's what we're here to do, to help you with that. So if anybody in the room, can you share one thing that's helped you to get, more comfortable with your adjustment to Allen? Just speak up. Anything that's helped you get more comfortable at Allen that you can think of?
What Mr. John said, like I've been talking to people and getting to know people, even if they just look like me, like even if they got a mean mug on their face, I still say hey, I still walk up. Cause what's the worst thing they can do? Not say hey back. Like if they don't say hey back, then they just don't say hey back.
Yeah.
But I talk to everyone, I speak to everyone because you never know what type of day a person may be having.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. And that smile, that hello, may be the one thing that helps uplift their day.
Yeah.
A smile, it doesn't hurt. So we're going to move on to the next question. We talked a little bit about how to make friends at Allen. We talked a little bit about, just the need to know who your circle needs to be. So like if the ones of you that are in sports, You know the people that you need to be in contact with. You need to know your RA, you need to know your coaches, you need to know your professors, your roommate, even though, I'm gonna digress for 1 minute. Everybody here that's got a roommate, did y'all plan that roommate or was it random?
Freshman year's round.
Freshman year is random, so you don't get to pick your roommate. See, we had that option at Georgia. If you had somebody like from high school that was coming with you, we could write their name down and they would put us together for the most part. But here at Allen, so,
It's like that.
It's like that, but if
Mhm.
you don't, then we do that randomly.
okay, if you don't, okay, so you have some maybe choice at some point in time. Because roommates can be a challenge. You may not have the same, cleanliness standards. Some people like the light on, some people like the light off, the TV on, the TV off. You got different study habits than they do. So it's a lot to gel and to synchronize. And so that's going to take open communication. Open communication. All right, another question. What's one thing you wish you had known before starting college? What is one thing that you wish you had known before starting college?
That I would need like way more clothes.
That you would need way more clothes. What about you?
I guess I could say the adjustment of like living with people that I don't know at first and just kind of being open to accepting that change.
Yes, and sometimes, you have to be assertive and speak up and say, hey, no, it's not all right to leave food out, dirty clothes out, negotiate that because, this is a shared space. What about you? What is one thing you wish you would have known? Same thing, getting used to new people and making that adjustment. What about you, Madison?
This is so random, but I will keep forgot my calculator when I came here.
Your calculator?
Yeah.
You needed that for your classes?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wish I brought more chargers.
More chargers for your phone?
Yeah, like those stuff.
What would y'all suggest? What are some things you wish you had known before starting college?
Some things that I wish I knew before living on college, let's say that. That all roommates are not the same. And with the way that our dorms are set up, our freshman dorms are set up, you can have a really clean roommate, but if your suite mates are not clean, then it just ruins the whole little groove, the vibe that y'all have going on. And you may be thinking, oh, you only share the bathroom, or you only share the common area. The bathroom is the major part. The bathroom is truly the major part. So you can have a clean room and you go into a nasty bathroom and it just ruins my day. Like,
Keeping it real.
like keeping it all the way real with y'all. It ruins my entire day.
No, so with my dorm mates and my suite mate, I had brought us all together, and I had tried to give us cause one day I had walked in the bathroom and it just made me mad. So I had brought everybody together and I was just like, hey, can we clean up, y'all clean up on these days, we clean up on these days, and we can have a free day where, either one cleans. They still not, they didn't listen, they just not listening to me, so I just feel like I'd be cleaning the bathroom by myself, I'm overly cleaning, too much, after 4 people. So it's just, that's something that I'm iffy on too, I'm the only one cleaning up in the bathroom.
For me is, and y'all probably haven't heard this term before, but I wish I would have known that freshman 15 was a real thing.
Oh.
Alright, that's the thing. I'm being so serious, y'all. When I got to Allen University, I was probably 165 pounds when I got to Allen. I was about the size of Jamari. So freshman 15, for those who don't know, is you're no longer home, you in school, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to go, you don't have these curfews, and you can eat what you want to eat. And at the time, when I was at Allen, we used to have a place called China Walk. And China Walk was right here, right next door, literally. And China Walk would not close. As long as students was in their restaurant, they would stay open. You could get 6 cut wings, fried rice for $3.95. I can't make this up, y'all.
Right.
And I ate at China Walk every single day.
So you had
Every
some
single
money.
day. Yes, and I'm from the low country, so you know a lot of my people down home, you know, they fit. You know what I mean? I came in, I was a student athlete as well. I was the captain of the golf team when I was at Allen. So I was fit. I didn't realize I was fat until I got home. And my folks were looking at me, trying to figure out what was going on. So I wish I would have known that freshman 15 was serious. So I say this to all the new students in here. Just, you know, be mindful what you eat. You know, we got an amazing state-of-the-art cafeteria with prime dining. But outside of that, make sure when y'all travel outside this campus that y'all just not stuffing y'all face all type of nights. I know Dr. Ray give y'all a lot of food on Fridays, but just make sure y'all not just stuffing y'all face because I don't want y'all to get this, you know, this successful gut that I got right now.
That is so funny and so real. And I too remember, you know, you have cleaning staff, but at Georgia, once again, shared bathroom, I always kept my Lysol and disinfectant and my little shower shoes because, you know, I wasn't trusting everybody like that. You know, if I'm coming behind you, you know, I don't want athlete's feet or nothing, thinking everything is clean. So sometimes you have to take your, you know, toiletries with you to help keep things clean. Anything you would share, Jamal, as far as what you wish you would have known coming to college? Oh, okay. Well, I think we have, you know, about eating. Your eating habits are going to change. You know, at Georgia, of course, like most colleges, you sometimes complain about the food, but you have a lot more options now than we had back in the day. I remember living off of Crystal Burgers and stuff, and see, my dad wasn't sending money every week for food, so I had to make it stretch. Sandwiches and, you know, fruit, you know, I had to make it work. All right, so talking about this first year experience, let's talk a little bit about being connected. That's one thing that's really, I think is important, is feeling connected. So, what would you suggest to help them feel connected dealing with homesickness? Like, you know, your family, your roommates, your sports mates, how would you, what tips would you give them to help them deal with being homesick?
My advice is to just have the conversation with your parents. I'm a grandma's boy, so when I got here, I was very depressed because I missed my grandma, and I was ready to go back home to my grandma. So just having that conversation, I knew I had to realize that I was still able to call her. I was still able to FaceTime her and see her, so that it made it a little lighter for me to be here and be comfortable here, knowing that she was an hour and a half away. But to get more connected, we have so many student activities around here. Student organizations, student clubs. If you like the trail ride, raise your hand. Okay, we have Yellow Jacket Trail Rides you can be a part of. Honor Society, you have a high GPA. We have many honor societies around here. We have SGA. We have SGA committees. We have something for you to do, for you to get involved in. So don't just think, oh, it ain't nothing for me to do. I don't want to run for freshman class president. Okay, you don't want to run for freshman class president? We got the anime club. We have the chess club. We have Honda Campus All-Star. Like, it's many things for you to do here to get involved.
Absolutely. I would say as far as the homesick stuff goes, I'm not really an expert in that area, only because my uncle was the president of Allen University when I was here.
Oh, really?
Right? So when I got to Allen, in the same situation with the residential hall, I had a roommate for about 3 weeks. When he found out I had a roommate, I was moved to my own room. I haven't had a roommate my whole years at Allen. So I don't know the experience of having that roommate. I always had a room to myself, right? But it wasn't just because of him. I also was an RA, so I made sure I did what I had to do. But connections-wise, hear me when I say this. This is not being cocky, y'all. This is to build confidence. I stepped foot on Allen University with full confidence. All right? That goes back to being your authentic self. I came to this campus, I came with a goal in mind that I was going to get in and I was going to get out. Because I knew what I wanted to be in life. Okay? So when I got to Allen University, I built those connections based off what I wanted to do in life. So when I was here, I majored in psychology, sociology, and political science. I knew I wanted to get into politics. So what I started doing was I started finding folks who had like-minded, like myself, and I started connecting with them. I started getting internships outside of Allen University. And then when I graduated, I got my internship with Congressman James E. Clyburn. Some of y'all might not know who he is, but he's still a congressman today. From working with him, I started working with President Biden. I started working with Vice President Kamala Harris. I started working with President Obama, helping run his campaign. So these are the connections that I have built for myself when I've been at Allen. So my advice to you is, even though you are a new student here, you should sit down, figure out what you want to do. You might not know exactly what it is, but figure out what arena you want to be in and start building your connections now around that. Because Allen University is a source and a place with full of resources. You can pretty much get anywhere in life from Allen. When we say all that can be imagined, can be achieved, that is the God honest truth. Allen University have changed my life, and because of Allen, I am successful today because of the doors that was open to me, because of the connections that I made when I was a student on this campus.
Wow. Dr. Ray Jerome, anything y'all would like to add to that? Yes.
Ms. Lavelle, I just want to say that homesickness still remains for the past 20 years the #1 mental health issue on all college campuses.
Wow.
Whether it's HBCU, PWIs, private or state universities. It's the #1, not drug abuse, not domestic violence, but something as simple as homesickness. And that's something I experienced also. When my parents took me as a freshman, when I landed on the campus of SC State University, as soon as my mother got out of my sight, I went in my room and I cried a little bit because I did not realize how much I missed being around my mother. I didn't cry for my dad, you know, but it was always, your mother said, when I also had the advantage of having a sister who was a senior on campus.
That helped.
And somehow, when that first year came out, there was a knock on the door. It was my nosy sister. Say, come on out of this room, boy, let's go. I'm gonna show you around campus. But that helped a lot, but during my freshman year, I spent a lot of time being with her, but I was really glad to see her leave because I didn't really get to know a lot of my freshman class members simply because I hung with her. She was a little overwhelming, and people didn't seem to know my name. They said, "Oh, aren't you Rose Ray's sister?"
Yeah.
I'm the brother.
Sidekick.
Yeah, Rose. And I said, people didn't know my name. They just identified me as my sister's brother. So it was great to have her. Then it was great to see her leave. But homesickness is a real issue, mental health issue, and something that still remains very, very vital.
Well, one, I would add to that, you know, that's something that's going to be an adjustment. You're not just going to all of a sudden maybe not be homesick. You're kind of grieving the loss of that daily interaction. Please come on in, have a seat. You're grieving the loss of that daily interaction. And see, now we got technology. Back in the day, we didn't have nothing but the old school phone to call on and write letters. I mean, people actually wrote me. I look in my mailbox every week for letters from my dad, from my grandmama, you know, just encouragement, and maybe that little note card with $20 in it or whatever. So, you know, things have changed, so you have a lot more ways to connect than we did in the past, like with FaceTime and so forth. But what, like I said, this is interactive. Anything y'all can share as far as helping you deal with your homesickness? Anybody in here got anything that they would like to add to that conversation about dealing with homesickness?
Yeah, I'm learning how to deal with failure.
Dealing with failure, okay. That's life. Falling down, getting right back up, talking to people, learning from your mistakes. What else? Anything y'all
I
learned?
believe it's a mental thing, like tricking your mental into believing, like, I mean, that day was gonna come eventually where you were gonna have to move on from
Yeah.
being up
Fly
with
the
your
coop.
parents or your guardian or whatnot. So just kind of realizing that you're where you signed up to be and that you have a purpose here and to achieve that purpose.
Okay, anything else?
I feel like as a freshman, we're going to experience that. Like he said, it's just all about a mental thing. Like we knew we were coming to college, so it's about building yourself up before you get here. And as you get here, well, as I got here, I knew I was gonna like miss home, but I didn't know it would hit me as hard as
Right.
it did.
Right.
I'm still like homesick now because yeah, my parents and my grandma and my aunts and stuff have came down here to visit me, but it's not like me going home, experiencing the home air
Right.
and experiencing my dad and
Yes.
the love from my whole family.
Yes.
So it's just like I want to go home, but I understand that I'm here to make an impact for my home. So I'm not really that much too worried about going home because I'm doing this for them. I'm doing this
Right.
so I can be a better person and a better example
Yes.
of what you can be in life. So
Yes.
it's just a good and a bad to everything.
Yes, it is. It is, and you make some excellent points about making that adjustment, being on purpose, doing things with purpose, and you know that bed and that good home cooking, that's for real. You know, just to come home and get a good home cooked meal, your favorite, whatever it is, fried chicken, macaroni, and green beans, because that's the love part of it. But you are the hope of your parents and your family. How many of you here are first generation college students? Oh wow. So yeah, you are the cat's meow right now. They're putting a lot of faith and encouragement in you and helping to lift you up. They're like the wind beneath your wings because they didn't have the opportunities that you had right now. So, you know, you don't want to blow this opportunity. You know, at least I know I did. I'm not first generation college student, but both of my, you know, family members were college graduates, but I didn't want to be the one that didn't do well in school, you know. Good. Hey, come on in, come on in. Please sign in. The sign-in sheet is in the back. We're just talking about college life and adjustments. Now tell me this, and please partake of the snacks. We bought plenty of snacks for you. Please, as we transition from that subject about dealing with homesickness, just know the Office of Counseling Services is here to help you make those adjustments. The Office of A.U.R.I.S.E is here to help you make those adjustments. Our student leaders are here to help you with that adjustment. That's what we're here for. We're one Allen, one vision, one mission, and that's to help you achieve your personal best. So speaking of homesickness, I want each of you to kind of tell me, come on in. I want each of you to tell me the one thing that you do to take care of your physical and mental health. Because we've mentioned mental health several times, that, you know, we got to kind of be in touch with our feelings. Name one thing that, one or two things that you do to help support your physical and mental health. And we'll start in the back. Just speak up.
A couple things that I do to help my physical and mental health is one, I keep my body going. Like if I feel like I'm overstimulated or my mind's just running too much, I may go on a run. If I can't make it to the gym, or if I can't make it to the gym, I go to the gym. You know, journaling. You know, just keeping myself active and keeping my mind like slow rather than my body, like move my body more than my mind.
Okay, good point. Keep it moving. Keep it moving, and we all know the benefits of exercise. Okay, what about you? What do you do for your physical and mental health?
I just work out.
Work out, okay.
Practice.
Oh yeah, you get the workout. In the morning, working out. Okay, what about you? We had some people to join us. Just tell us your name and where you're from.
My name is Martin Martin. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. And one thing I do, pretty much I just walk around and listen to music.
Listen to whatever music that is. If it's classical music, country music, jazz. I like jazz. Jazz was soothing to me. You know, with all the stimulation that you're talking about, crazy going on, jazz was just put me in a calm place. What about you? Who you are, where you're from, and what do you do to support your physical and mental health?
My name is Daniel Ford. I'm from Lugoff. It's like 30 minutes from here. For my mental health, I got hobbies, like I like to play basketball, you know, walk around, hang out with friends, you know. I got like this main hobby. I go to the park a lot and I sit on the benches and
Enjoy nature.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's little things you don't really pay attention to, like listening to the birds sing in the morning. I'm like, what is that noise? And now I've come to welcome it. Jerome, anything you can remember that you used to do or still do for your physical and mental health?
So for my mental health, sometimes I would just have to just take a break from everything,
Yes.
just put everything down and just still my mind, right? And I think that's sometimes necessary because, as somebody said earlier, we often do overstimulate ourselves. Now, when I was a student, I didn't necessarily have to deal with the homesickness part
Right.
because I'm from here. Like, I was right up the street when they built John Adams Gymnasium, and Bill Clinton came down here. That was like the talk of the neighborhood,
Oh, wow.
that Allen University was building this gym, and that President Clinton was in the building
Oh, wow.
when they opened up the gym. So, yeah, I'm
Finding
from
your
right
peace.
here. My challenges that affected my mental health as a student had more so to do with the fact that I was a non-traditional student, meaning older, and I had to find balance between my work life, my home life, and my academic life, right? Trying to do that and then understanding the value in participating in campus activities also. So all of those things all together kind of helped me keep myself balanced in the midst of everything, but at times when it did become overwhelming, it's just sit down, take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, and just, what they say, let go and let God.
Yes, 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 yes. What about you? Great answer.
Most of the time, I just read when I get.
Read. Yeah, that's soothing. What about over here? Anything you do for your physical and mental health?
Mostly everybody say I work out, I read, I enjoy nature.
Okay,
That's most of it.
okay. Madison?
Smoke.
No, you don't do that. Just joking, no. We're not even going there. Madison, what about you?
I stay on my teammates. My teammates.
Okay, just having good friends around you, positive friends, not the Debbie Downer friends, the ones that help lift you up, not kind of bring you down. Okay, what about you, sir? Introduce yourself.
My name is Carson Hickman.
Where you from?
I'm in South Carolina,
Okay.
and I just listen to music.
Listen to music, okay? Find your spot, your groove, find your happy place. Dr. Ray, anything you remember about helping with physical and
That's
mental
going
health?
way down memory lane there.
Oh, yes. It's been a minute. But you still do it probably
Well,
in
I
life.
had the good fortune of being around, when I was a freshman at SC State. In my high school graduating class, 23 of my classmates, we all went to SC State as freshmen. So I was able to hang out with a lot of my familiar people who I knew, and then we were down. But that could be a burden too, because sometimes you don't want to hang too much with people that you know. But it was just really hanging out, and I played a lot of cards. I spent a lot of time in the student center, which almost would turn out to be the student sender for me, because my average dropped to a 1.99 my second semester freshman year, and at that time your grades went home to your parents.
Oh no!
And so I dodged missing probation.
Okay.
But my mother said, you know, while you're at school, and I better not see another transfer grades like that.
CDs.
So you slowly turned it around and, and kind of got back on track.
Yeah, and you have your hobbies. Jamal, what about you? Anything physical and mental health?
Yeah, lately I've been praying.
Praying,
and I've been
yes.
understanding like things do happen for a reason, and I kind of take that to the I really understand it now. Like things do truly happen for a reason, and I go to the gym like every week.
Okay. Anything you do, not so much in college, just now in life for physical and mental health?
Well, I'm still in college. That's one thing I want to point out to y'all. Even though I graduated from Allen in 2011, I'm still in the master's program at Allen today.
Okay.
So, but how I gain my mental thought process is exactly what Brother Jamal said. I pray. But when I was an undergraduate, I made connections with my professors and the staff members on campus. This is the God honest truth. I will go sit in their office and I will talk to them. I will literally build a rapport with every last one of the faculty and staff members on this campus. So if I ever was down and out or felt some type of way about something, we had that rapport that I would be able to sit down in their office and talk to them. So I ask that every last one of y'all build that connections with your professors and some of the staff members. And if we had great counselors like Dr. Ray on the yard when I was here, I would have went to him too. So always take advantage again of your university's resources to help build your mental capacity as well.
Yes.
All right. Now I will going to point out Pastor Kanye. There's a lot of things I want to say here, but I'm just waiting on y'all to ask questions. So when y'all ask us questions, then we can dive a little bit more into what y'all want to talk about.
So as SGA president and having a lot on your plate, how do you handle your mental and physical health?
For me, I just need breaks. So going home and not having to answer my phone, to just put Alan pretty much on the back burner, just put it on the back of my mind, not having to think about what's going on. Is Alan burning down today? Is something happening today? So just putting all of it in the back of my mind, that is truly how I, balance in this day and time.
And speaking of balancing time, and that's the theme for today, but how do you manage multiple tasks? What tips, Kanye, will you give them for time management, for balancing some of these various responsibilities?
So I would say make a to-do list with priorities. Do least favorite tasks first. Consolidate tasks. Delegate responsibility. Say no when necessary. Give yourself a break. Avoid time sinks and be organized.
That's real good. Yeah, everything Kanye said was right. Definitely. Y'all heard the saying that you got to do what you need to do in order to do what you want to do type situation. I think the first thing that he said, I know y'all hungry, y'all looking outside, but let me just get y'all to look at me for a few seconds, a little while longer, is that he said something that's very important. Do the to-do list. I promise y'all, if you write down what you need to accomplish for the day, then you start checking them off, it's going to come really easy to you. You're going to start wanting to do it more often, just to see if you're able to accomplish it, and you can see that the sky is not the limit for you. It goes beyond that.
And when we talk about time sinks, all right, you know that you got to do your homework. So you can't talk on the phone to your girlfriend for an hour or your boyfriend for another hour. You've got to prioritize. What do I need to get done today? And so I think as time goes on, you realize, especially like Dr. Ray was saying, when you start getting those bad grades, not prioritizing, not doing your homework, waiting till the last minute to do your homework, then it's not well done or well thought out. So college is a learning experience. And so we want you to know that we are here for you. Can you share a few other campus resources that students can connect with before we open it up for the floor for any other questions? Like you said, we're here to help you. So what are a few resources?
Campus and community resources. So on campus we have our register, financial aid, campus police, student senate is all here in this building, the campus mall. We have our university chaplain, Reverend Dr. Robert E. Thomas, student affairs, Office of Counseling and Career Services, which is in the basement of A.U.R.I.S.E, Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Andre S. Richardson, Flipper Library, Academic Success, Dean Carol Bowers, Bursar, Miss Chaplain Hamlin, she's in A.U.R.I.S.E first level. That's where you pay your bills, pick up your refund checks, and work study checks. Nurse every day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and the doctor on Tuesday and Thursday. And on here it says Coppin Hall, but it's in Reed Hall at the back door. You go in that back door at Reed Hall, she's right there. 4 dorm directors and Student Residential Life Health Services Director, Ms. Jacqueline Williams, who is now the Dean of Students. Information Technology, Mr. Pascal and Mr. Harrison. That's all of your IT problems, dealing with your MacBook, your Wi-Fi in your room is going slow. Those are the people you reach out to. Provost, Vice President of Academic Affairs. She was just appointed into the position, Dr. Tony Muhammad. A.U.R.I.S.E, Ms. Lavelle Thornton, her right here. She's also a resource for Richland County Directory of Services and Human Health/Human. Student Government Association, myself, and other SGA members. Admissions, Mr. John Wright, who is what, the director, right?
Yeah, you can say that.
Director of admission counseling. So you have any new students that you would like to see here, that you would like to come, have them come and you give them John's information and let him bring them in.
All right, those are just a few of the campus resources, and it depends on what you need. If you need help with financial aid, if you need help with your resume, if you need help with getting WIC services or finding a place to live, just please let us know what you need. And so with that, on the table is this book called The Well Student. And I would like for each one of you to grab the book called Grit, Being Resilient, Being Resourceful, and also grab this book on being the well student, because we want healthy students, mind, body, and spirit, okay? Do y'all have any questions right now? I want y'all to take the snacks, fill up your book bags. We bought all of this for you. Do y'all have any questions for us before we adjourn? Any questions? Yes.
How do I join A.U.R.I.S.E?
Talk to me afterwards. We just got our money approved, so we will be having some ambassadors this year. So you can talk to me after that. Any other questions? Yes.
Do we have to be a sophomore to join most of these organizations? Because I had talked to Ms. Hook one time and she was like, SGT, what is it?
SGA. The SGA.
SGA. She was like, I had to be a sophomore.
No, not for SGA, but student ambassador, yes. You have to at least be a sophomore, and that's probably where she was taking the terms from.
Okay.
To be a A.U.R.I.S.E University student ambassador, you need to at least be a sophomore and equipped with the school. You should know the school. You should know the school alma mater. Let's start there with the school alma mater. You should know the building names. You should know, at least when they were founded. And you should just know basic general history about A.U.R.I.S.E University so that, you can become a student ambassador. Yes.
Okay, I got a question. With sports management, what jobs can you get, and what pay? Is it good pay? Because, with sports management, what good paying jobs are there when you graduate?
So sports management, especially at Allen, is one of our most popular majors. So when you graduate, you can become coaches, athletic directors. You can go in and actually start doing a lot of athletic physical therapy. You can take that to a step further and get another degree into that. We have a young lady right now that used to always be on campus that said she wanted to work for the NFL. She graduated from Allen, sports management, and then she started working for the Rams and in the NFL. So you can pretty much get to wherever you want to get from any degree outside of Allen University. Wherever you major in, you can determine your salary based on you, not so much a degree. All right?
Yeah.
I do want to say before we wrap up, if everyone can just look this way for me real quickly. I want y'all to do this favor for me. I want y'all to really take advantage of Allen University. All right? I want you all to look at this university as in your Harvard, your Yale, your Ivy League schools. All right? We are the best of the best. Understand that. Allen University is what you want to make Allen University be for yourself. Your Allen is going to look different than my Allen. All right? When I was on this campus, freshman class president, sophomore class, junior class, and senior class president. But I know there's a lot of changes from when I was in the yard versus now. We fought for our visitation, which is why we have visitation. You see what I'm saying? We fought for what we wanted to eat in the cafeteria, which is why we ate what we ate in the cafeteria. That PWW residential hall and that WDW residential hall, that wasn't there my freshman year. That got there my sophomore year after the Student Government Association decided enough was enough and we wanted to have some state-of-the-art living arrangements going on. So they built those 2 buildings. So I want to say all that to say that as students, you have the power to make things happen on this campus. But there's another side of that. The reason why we was able to get what we wanted to get outside of the administration on this campus is because the administration trusted us. We gained their trust. All right? Without the administration, we don't exist. Without the students, the administration don't exist. So it's not one beats all. So I want to say, when you come outside of Maggie Scott today, take pride in your university. You see paper on the ground, pick it up. You know what I'm saying? If you hear somebody talking negative about Allen University, change their worldview about Allen. You are the voice piece of this university. You are the ambassadors of the university. You are the representative of the university, all right? Because at the end of the day, the goal is to get your degree.
Yes.
That is the goal. And I can promise you, as the National Vice President of the Alumni Association, when you show people that you graduate from Allen University, there's 1,000,001 doors that's going to be opened up for you, because our Alumni Association is highly successful and highly connected.